Ding da ta. Sploon. I need to get rid of the frickin' powered by Restream. Wait, didn't add the game. Oops. Get the YouTube chat popped out. Hello, Anissa. Yes, port mackerel, the dream is real. I might be able to pull off my fun strat. I just love... Hello, Agent Link. I hope life has been treating you all well. Both you and Anissa. It has been a long time since I did Splatoon. My Wi-Fi had kind of been screwed up for a long time, to the point where I really just couldn't play. But where my computer is hardwired, I could do computer stuff. So I've just been doing that. Eh, don't be scared of high school. It's like every other school. Like, I don't know if people... Hello, Purple Wolf. I don't know if people had been, doing the same thing to you as they tried to do to, like, the kids that I went to school with. Of basically, like, scare you about high school, about how, oh, you're gonna be the little fish again. And, you know, that doesn't happen. Like... I've been streaming for a pretty long time. Like, I will still forever find that funny of how, like, literally my grade 7 orientation, which for me, grade 7 was high school. Because my town had a elementary and high school. Like, that was it. Like, during the orientation, we were literally told by one of the, like, the vice principal or principal, I forget which, like, oh man, you're gonna, you know, you guys are gonna be, like, the little fish. You can't act like, you know, you're tough anymore. And no one did really to begin with. But, like... it was just kinda... one of those things of... oh, jeez. Need to focus. Hydra Splatling being a Hydra. Yeah. Like, it was just like a thing of like, oh man, you're gonna get bullied. It's like, but you... no one was. They make it sound really bad, but it's not. This is never gonna work at this point. Unless it ends up working. That didn't exactly work out. And I will get to that friend request after the next battle. Oh, they had a disconnect. Oh, I feel kind of bad coming up. Well, I'm literally removing myself from the fight. So... Ow. And they also removed me from the fight. I mean, I was a complete loser going through school, and I grew up in the back, like, literally, like, the hillbilly territory of Canada. Like, the middle of nowhere. And I was fine through high school. Yes, it is AI. Hello, AI. I cannot get the gyro to work well with me today. It just does not want to cooperate. You know, I always go for up and around. Oh, it's because I can't get up in there. Right. I have to go up and around. My spot. As a reminder, I'm going to do this next one, and then I'll accept the friend request. Though I might try to accept it during this next battle as well, like during the between bit. Accept it during the tweening. Great. Here. I might disconnect. I might not. It's really just a crapshoot. Communication error. Yeah, like, if you already have, like, an established little group of friends, you will be fine. Your group of friends might even grow upon gaining and getting into high school. Like... As mentioned, high school seems scarier than it will be. I don't think I did. It may have happened at some point, because occasionally, while I'm going, my friends list will fill up, and I just go to the bottom and remove people from there. Unless I remember their name, but I would have remembered yours, so... Ow. You'll be fine. Yeah, you know, high school is supposed to be like the best years of your life, is what everyone always says, if they're lame. Nah, I mean, some people just enjoyed school. I didn't. Just my number one advice will always ring true. Don't skip classes. Just don't. It's just a bad time. Yeah, I mean, I don't honestly believe it's best to use either AI. That's just literally what everyone always says. And I'll never really understand it. Ow. Bottom left corner of the screen. That's where it is. It's Kind of where it's always been. I mean, this is a completely new scene, but... Ow. Teammates! See, that's not something I ever really did, was going out with my friends. Unless it was like an anime club event. I'd go for that. Yeah, the whole, like, oh, well, what do you want to do with your life kind of thing always got to me. It's like, most adults don't even really know what they want to do with their life, because too much pressure is put on you to figure out what you want to do with your life. Like, there's no rush. Life isn't a race. Like, and I will get to the friend request. I just want to hopefully not disconnect again. Though it doesn't look like anyone. Let's see if I can manage this without disconnecting again. I probably will, but you know. What if I don't want to wait switch? Communication error. That doesn't happen, though. Yeah, like, I get it, AI. I dealt with the same crap. Like... It's... basically a case of, like... they try their best to shove you through the system that doesn't work. And then by the end of it, they're like, oh, but what do you want to do with your life? And it's like, well, I don't know. You've not really given me any tools to figure that out. And anything that a lot of kids would like to do isn't something that really gets taught in school. At least modern kids. Like, I knew multiple kids going through school who were like, man, I'd love to be game designers or something. But the only, like, tech classes that were even added were, like, in my final year. And were so basic and teaching things that, like, are just... like, things like, oh man, this is what Internet Explorer is. I mean, yeah, I kind of agree on the whole gym/PE. Like, I didn't like how that became a mandatory class. It doesn't make any sense why it is. Ow. You're not gonna find any major information on me online. I'm very careful about that stuff. My gym class was a mandatory credit. It was a whole credit, but you had to do it. You didn't do it, you couldn't graduate. Man, I'm not doing so hot today. Wasn't doing so hot yesterday either. Oh well. My poor Brella is already down to fresh. I think that was his work placement thing. Yeah. Yeah, that is something I don't know how they get away with. Because, like, I can see the point to getting kids work experience. Like, that is fair. I can understand that, but at least pay them for it. Honestly, my opinion, pay kids for being in school. Because you know what teaches a kid about a 9-to-5 job? Paying them as if their schooling is a 9-to-5 job. Like, obviously don't pay them like a full wage kind of thing. That's what student wages are for. Yeah, I think people know my trick. But, like, even kids who enjoy school would still get benefit from, you know, getting paid. And it would teach them what actually working is like. Because, for instance, if, like, let's use an example. Like, if you're working a real job, and you just don't show up, you're not going to get paid for that day. You're probably going to get reprimanded. And get told, you know, if you don't show up 2 more times, you're fired. So, implement a system like that to school. Pay kids, like, a flat, let's say, like, $5 an hour. To be in class. Because let's face it, that's teaching them another important lesson about work. Doesn't matter if you do good work, you just have to do work. That is something kids should learn early. So they're not as just utterly messed up when they finally do get into properly working and realize, oh wait, most of these people who have been here for years are barely working. Okay then. Freaking ghoulies. And then, for instance, like, let's say a kid just doesn't show up for a day with no explanation why they weren't there. Well, they now get a warning saying if you do that 2 more times, you no longer get your pay for the rest of the year. You still have to be here because being in school is a legal obligation. You have to be here, but you no longer get your compensation for it. That would make kids go to class. Especially because, hey, it's giving them money. I know a lot of kids that I went to school with who would literally do it who would have gone to class more often in that sort of scenario, just so they had weed money. Like... Like, I am honestly a firm believer that school does not do anything really all that productive for you. Especially when you take into account, like, say, Robotic and I. She was homeschooled, I'm not. The only way you can really tell that apart is she mispronounces some words because she learned them from reading. She wasn't taught the word, she just learned it from reading it. So she'll end up mispronouncing a few words. But she's still saying the word correct. It's a slight mispronunciation. Like, she still knows the word. She could still basically tell you the definition of the word. The only real life skill she's missing that I have is how to deal with anxiety in public. Because I had to learn how to do that. Rather than learning how to deal with anxiety, I just learned how to hide it in public, you know? As if that's a totally healthy thing to be able to do. Why are you sad about being happy? There, Anissa. Sorry, I have to make that joke a lot. For those who don't know, gay used to mean English. Having a gay day just meant a very good day. A very happy day. A gay expression was a happy expression. Ow. I mean, the language isn't like that anymore, because, you know, language evolves, apparently. I feel like that's devolving, but, you know. Though I'm pretty sure it became slang for that because that was an easy way of basically coded saying you were homosexual without saying you were homosexual. It's important to remember, prejudice is real. Prejudice was very real in the past. And no one will have to worry about dealing with that shit here. Yeah, it still is. It's not as bad as it used to be, which is a good thing. It's more just the extremists now. It's not literally everybody. And you'll definitely have moments where there's people that might seem very prejudiced and like homophobic. Well, it's more with the homophobic bit, but it's more they're just getting sick and tired of it being shoved in their faces, which I can kinda get. But at the same time, like, I mean, bit silly. And yeah, some people are also just like that. Release. That slosher is good. Almost seems like whatever team they end up on is the team that wins. Just waiting for Ryan to show up and start dominating everything. That boy's probably still asleep, though. Ow. I mean, just because they seem insane doesn't mean they are. But I also wouldn't want to put someone's experiences down. Well, maybe they've just watched too much WWE. Seth Rollins' finisher is just too problematic. That's a joke none of you are gonna get, but that's fine. Though I will kind of agree with Anissa, I'd need more context before I actually pass judgment. Because I'm very much the type of person that I will smack someone's shit up if they've done something, yeah. I mean, I've seen crazy. I've seen insane. They don't tend to show it if they're actually crazy or insane. Hello, Ryder. They're Ryder. It says right there. They're Ryder, but awesome. So apparently there's also a Ryder, but lame. And a Ryder, but okay. Oh hey, I can probably do the thing. Is their charger disconnected? There's fewer of them. There's a hope. The dream. Oh god. Oh god. Nope. I'm gone. God, you freaking slosher! I just want to get to the corner! Just let me be in the corner! Nobody wants to let me get into the corner. It's a really sad day. Man, I would collect amiibos if Nintendo actually made enough of them. So I don't like buying them from scalpers, and you just really can't get them around here otherwise. And there'll be one battle before I get to that friend request. I mean, if they're that bad, then, like, I think you mentioned it was... Like, if they're that bad, I almost want to say you should talk to this person and be like, hey, you know, it's not good. Damn, that sloshing machine, man. They are too good. I mean, the point gal is also good. It's just the slashing machine keeps killing me. Getting wrecked. At this point where I'm going to make the mention of please try to keep the chat family friendly-ish. I do have this tagged on Twitch as family friendly, so... Damn it. Okay, I think I just need a different weapon. I mean, I don't overly mind cursing in the chat, because that isn't something I can control. It's just when themes get a bit dark, that's when I feel like it's getting pretty far. Into the weeds, so to speak. Ah. I should not be struggling this much. But apparently I am. Sniper ain't my problem. The squiffers are the least of my problems. Oh, we had disconnect as well. Yay, another loss to my freshness. Yeah, I need to just grab a different weapon. This thing was like at like 30. I will be accepting a friend request after this one, so agent, just back out after this one. Because I'm gonna be backing out as myself. Blech. Going to be backing out myself. Blech. Well, she needs the Nintendo Swatch Online. Yes, runner backing out. My poor wind streaking. Oh, what's happened to me, man? Like, I'm still turfing good, I'm just not... I know I'm rusty, but, like, jeez. I was doing pretty okay with the mini splatling. Let's see if I do any better. That bamboozler is not even trying. Being distracted by the chat. That is fair, AI. I have heard of Valorant, but I've never played it. Is it any good? I mean, I could infer by your playing it that it's good, but I know I've played games that I would not recommend to people, so... Oh, well... I'll be finding a new lobby. I've never played Counter-Strike. Like, I don't mind squid partying, but, like, I want to play the game. Light Blaster, I'm leaving you alone. I was leaving it alone completely, but nah. I will take a look at it. Because, I mean, I have played a Counter-Strike-esque game before in Alliance of Valiant Arms. Rest in Pepperoni's Alliance of Valiant Arms. It was such a neat game, taken long before your time. Yeah, as mentioned, I'll be finding a new lobby. I like actually playing the game. On a stream. Oh man, I had a full-time job. I quit it. Well, technically, I was working part-time. I think he means it's a very good one, potentially. I don't know. Maybe it's a really bad one. And watching people complain about, like, I don't like De Nouveau either, but watching people complain about De Nouveau being added to, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak is the most hilarious thing I've seen in a while. Like, oh no! Capcom wants to stop us from frickin' modding the game. Oh no! How dare they want to stop us from modding a game they didn't build modding support into, and thus clearly did not want it to be modded. Oh no. So bad. And, like, don't get me wrong, De Nouveau sucks. Especially if you have whatever game De Nouveau anti-tamper is on, like, an SSD. Because it will destroy your SSD. Mostly just through constant, scanning. To be fair, almost every modern game is very quickly pumping into the 100 gig category, and it's all Red Dead Redemption's fault, because people didn't call them out on their bullshit. Red Dead Redemption 2 is freaking well over 100 gigs because of uncompressed 4K files. So compress them. But that'll increase loading time, so compress them. Or make the 4K files an optional download. Don't make it mandatory. Not everybody frickin' has a 4K screen. Or has any interest in 4K. I mean, I myself don't have literally any interest in 4K at all. If I count my amiibo cards, I've got like 20 to 30 physical amiibos. It's only around 10 or so. They're all the older amiibos, though. Back when amiibos were still a new thing. Like, I've seen a 4K display going. And honestly, after having seen it, and comparing it to my 1080p screens, don't waste your money on it. Just get a 1080p screen. If you want a bigger screen, that's fair. You can get a big screen in 1080p. You don't need 4K. Honestly, especially for a computer monitor, 4K is pretty bad in a big screen, because everything is so small. But 4K isn't useless. It's good for watching movies in, and that's about it. Like, if you're doing, like, if you're gaming, 4K is not what you want. It's her dad buddy. I mean, your dad can be your buddy. Ow. Oh, why am I playing so bad? I cannot aim at people who are directly in front of me. That is what I'm learning today. Legally, I don't have a father. Because there is no father listed on my birth certificate. Maps and modes have been updated. Salmon run closed. Yes, I have color lock on. I am colorblind. So I run with color lock. Yeah, that is pretty weird, Anissa. That is a stay away from him kind of moment. I mean, even if he was a really nice guy, it's still not someone worth your time. Wow, someone with confidence in 2022? Anissa, you're a unicorn. Yeah, it kind of goes without saying, but if someone's interested in you and you can tell it's only because of how you look, just don't bother with them. It's not gonna last, it's just gonna leave you with regret. I mean, the Junior is a good weapon. So I won't bother changing your mind. Oh, there was someone still behind me. My teammate's got them. I don't think he's got them, but he's trying. Yeah, he didn't got that. Like, it's kind of a no-shit kind of dating advice bit from me, but, like, personality is king. I mean, obviously, they still need to appeal to you to some level, but, like, that 10 out of 10 probably isn't actually a 10 out of 10, is the best. Like, at best, that person who's putting all that effort into their looks and being popular, they're probably pretty shallow in the end. Or they just have no interests, which is always a great starting point. It's like, oh, what do you do for fun? You know. Ow. I thought he was going to jump off backwards. I think that's what it is. I just haven't played, like, a shooter in years, actually. So, like, I'm really struggling with my predictive abilities. Just something you really need to have good predictive abilities to be a sniper in a video game. Because you need to figure out what direction your opponent is about to go. You know, I'm doing bad anyway. I should just dig out my charger. That is a facepalm moment. Should have... I could have got away from it. Hello, Bryce. I'm just gonna dig out a charger. Because I'm not doing good anyway. I may as well not do good with something that I can at least learn still. And that if I start doing well with, I will start doing really well with. I actually didn't notice. I do apologize. I mean, these maps are also good for beacons, so... We'll get the beacons going. Nah, Inksaver main's probably better to have. That'll happen, AI. I will get to that friend request after the next battle. Everyone's on this. Yeah, I'll put that beacon there as well. That was the most pathetic kill ever. If I win this sniper duel, that is the worst sniper in the game. I don't think he's part of the duel anymore. See, I feel like both of those mentalities are mildly flawed. Because they lead you to rush into things. And rushing is not what you should do with a relationship. They can still lead you to rushing things in the relationship once it's started. That will cause problems. Like, even if it's just a friendship, like... There are things in friendships you just don't rush. But I will say, just from my own observations, and even Robotic and I as an example, the best, like, partner relationships start as friendships. I mean, who isn't? I mean, other than maybe self-aware. My team is not really using my beacons. Oh, well, that person did and immediately died. That's a bit of a shame. Couldn't get away from that one. This beacon's been used. I'm gonna see if I can get another beacon put over here. Hopefully in a slightly safer position. There we go. Didn't exactly mean for that to happen. Again, if I'm gonna do bad, at least it's with the charger. I expect myself to do bad with this thing. Alright, Bryce. Hopefully you can get in. Let's... Nah, that's kind of just an awkward charger. Wait, main power-up gave this thing damage, didn't it? No, range. Yep, I remember from yesterday. Surprised I remember, but I actually did remember. Yeah, like, they're a 10 out of 10, but they like Clam Blitz. Like, they gotta work on that bit, like, become passable. Yes, I do indeed need to make jokes out of everything. Jokes are how I work with life. I don't remember the range on this. How could you like Clam Blitz? Hey, someone else is using beacons. Cool. Wonder if they're any good. Or if they just saw mine and were like, those are nice. I'm gonna use those, and then are going, wait, why aren't my beacons any good? It's 'cause you don't have any sub power up. I think all I needed was a scope. And a lot of luck. Alright, Anissa, have a good rest. Why would I go to settings? I like my settings. Why would I do that? You're not explaining any of this. You can't peer pressure me. I'm keeping color lock on. I'm colorblind. I need it. Yeah, you were supposed to have that. Oh god. You're gonna die. When will you learn? Never super jump to me. I could be on the back row and it's still a bad idea. You know what? Screw it. No fear! Ink Mines! Man, I wish Ink Mines were still insta-kill. That would be cool. But they're not. GG indeed. I did my best. The scope is definitely helping me for some reason. Did I end up getting a friend request a while back that I haven't gotten to? No one's mentioned anything, but I feel like I did. I'll probably disconnect, but I'm curious now. Yes, I did. I've probably disconnected. Because, you know. You totally don't disconnect from this. Yep. You totally don't disconnect there, guys. Yeah, I'll try one of these ones. Kind of like the splash wall. AI, take it. He's trying to build lore for you. Actually, no, I'll go Hydra. I am going to step away for a moment because I need to use the washroom and I need some coffee. So Twitch is going to get an ad break. I do apologize, AI, and those of you watching on Twitch. As I always mention, I hate ads too, but it keeps pre-rolls from happening for a little bit, so... yeah, I'll be back. Alrighty. Let's see how bad I do now. Probably very. Pat Patterson? That's another reference you guys probably are not going to get. I'm old and a wrestling fan. Ow. I just got squiffed. Oh man, you shop at Hot Topic? Are the topics still hot? That is the question. So I don't think they really do goth stuff anymore, so I don't know if the topic is still hot. I mean, they still do some goth stuff, but they're not like the goth store anymore. Keep forgetting I don't need to aim at the floor with a splatling. Yeah, I should probably not be using a Hydro Splatling. Well, Hydro Splatling. Hydro, yeah. It's a Splatling made for hydroponics. I mean, I kind of know that, cause like that they sell a lot of nice stuff, because Robotic actually shops there a fair bit. I've never been in a Hot Topic, but I did walk past one when I was really young, and I remember it was almost entirely goth stuff. And that was probably the birth of my love for goth stuff. So... Need something easy that even I can't screw up. It's easier said than done. You know what? Give me this. I still have all my sub power up. I mean, my most used weapon's the Undercover Umbrella. The default set with the Ink Mine and the Splashdown. That makes me wish every time that the Splashdown had the Booyah Bomb shielding. Or, no, I don't. I have my normal stuff on. Why did I think I had my other stuff on? This is my normal stuff, brain. I am doing just horribly. Gods, why do you people even watch me? I'm terrible at this. Favorite weapon? Undercover Brilla. Default set. Specifically the default set. You take the Kensa one and shove it where the sun don't shine. I know that's the one everyone loves, because oh man, it has the torpedo and the ink armor. Yeah, both of those are kind of bad. I mean, Splashdown isn't great either, but ink mines are pretty cool. And in terms of casual play, where you never really know what you're going to be encountering, it's kind of better to have an offensive special than ink armor. Though the other set, the Sorella, isn't bad. Sorelia, whatever it is. The one with the baller. It's a pretty good I'm a hamster kit. You know, for those times where you just really want to be a hamster. I turfed, but that was about it. I gotta say, using like an official Pro controller here, the buttons are nice. The shape is awkward. It's more or less just, it's weirdly small where I wouldn't want it to be small, and bigger where I don't really want it to be bigger. It's awkward. But the buttons on the freaking third-party controller I have are better. Like, these are squishy contacts. The ones on that third-party controller I have are micro switches, and micro switches are just awesome. They go click. Which is just objectively better. And you want your button to go click. Ow. Frickin' doolies. Like, if your button doesn't go click, how do you even know you've pressed it? Come on. I will not pick a direction! Picking directions are for nerds! We've been through this, Squiff. I ain't picking a direction. Yeah, you've learned. Ow, I get snagged. Ow. I honestly can't tell. That was close. Booyah Bomb spam can be fun. Especially if you have an equipment set for it. Hey AI. It's a nice flank you get there. Ow. It'd be a shame if someone shoved a junior into your cheeks. Get your mind out of the gutter. I meant on his face. Flanking Junior. It flanks. And it shanks. I will say, AI, if I ever make a joke and you're like, nah, too far, just tell me, and I won't do it again. Like, that goes for any of you. Ladder Shot Jr. It's the flankiest. Wow. I ended with exactly 2,400. You wouldn't want a junior up your butt. It's not really family friendly. It's as family friendly as Game Grumps. That's fine. Because, like, the junior is square. That would not... Square peg, round hole doesn't work. The ironic thing is your comment is still as family-friendly as Game Grumps, who are apparently family-friendly. So... I don't understand the internet's definition of family-friendly. I think it's just friendly people. Like, I mean... Find me the Game Grumps series where Aaron doesn't talk about having a dick up his ass. Like... You can't do it. Aaron is the gayest straight man you will ever freaking encounter, like... Ow. Bamboozled. I'm gonna say something controversial, yet brave. Game Grumps is better with Danny than it ever was with John. Not saying Game Grumps with John was bad, but JonTron and Aaron were very much funny man, which isn't the best comedic duo. You want a funny man and a straight man, like Dan and Aaron. Danny is the perfect straight man to Aaron's just bull. But can also pull off the straight man when needed. For Danny. Ow. So I think after all this time has passed, I don't think there's very many Game Grumps fans that are still like, man, John was so much better. I mean, you're free to have your opinion, but you're wrong. Right, that destroys bombs. I thought I was being so clever. I was like, wait, but where'd my auto bomb go? This Booyah Bomb breaks bombs. GG indeed. I think I'm gonna try a different equipment layout. Let's see. It's not the weapon I want to change. It's this. I want this. And this. Do I have a shirt for... Well, kind of. Nah, this is probably better. Yeah. It's gonna be raining in here. It's gonna be raining in the mall. In the Mako Mart. It's gonna be a mall. It's big enough to be a mall, but it's closer to Walmart, I suppose. Man, I had a few weapons that were like that. And then I started streaming again. Oh jeez, I'm gonna die. That was such a derpy fight. Yeah, jeez. Nope. Ow. Yes! Revenge is mine! Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's use this equipment with what it was meant for. I should grab my phone after this next one, just so I can see what my win-loss is right now. I'm guessing it's probably around, like, 15 wins. to 35 losses. Not having a webcam on is great. Take my shirt off. Not have to worry about TOS. Ow. Thought I could get away from that. No, a disconnect. Got it. Well, I'm not getting one final Booyah Bomb. Did get a lot of points, though. I definitely turfed my weight. I just didn't really do much else, and we had a disconnect. So. Sadness. Oh, it was AI who exploded. Okay, grabbing my phone. I don't know what that phone number is. Nintendo Online. Least favorite weapon? Flash Blaster. My stats. Okay, no, battles is what I want. 19 to 31. I'm doing slightly better than I thought I was. That used to be like 26 to 24 most of the time. I am doing terribly. I'm rocking like a 30% win rate. I'm rocking it like an ankle bracelet. Jesus. I just find the Clash Blaster is way, like, its skill floor is way too high. Like, you can do stupidly good with the weapon with literally just holding down ZR and walking. Like, there's no real effort involved. But its skill ceiling is also infuriatingly low to the point where it's not a good weapon in anything even remotely competitive. Because it's only really good because of how oppressive it is. How did he live that? Okay. I'm very confused. Oh, what's up? Arrow spray to the face. Look like you look like you could use some blue paint. Let me call around and see if I got a guy. I suppose if you want an exact least favorite weapon, or at least played weapon, it's like even the Clash Blaster, I'll still play it, I just don't like it. After this, I'll pop into my equipment screen and go to my very last weapon. Revenge! $18.32. Yeah, let's see. What is my least played weapon? Octobrush. Seems about right. Yeah, I'd have to actually say the Octobrush is pretty high up there, too. I'm not the biggest fan of any of the brushes. I'll admit they're fun. But I won't call them good. Alright, Ryder. See, I think what's happened here is I've gotten rusty, and the Splatoon community in general has gotten better. That's what's going on. Because, like, my kills and specials are actually up from where they were. case someone on their team is using beacons. I'll take it. Okay, I need to get rid of that beacon. I don't know if I can. I don't think I've died to their person with beacons, so I don't know if they're any good or not. Yes, let me see. No, they're not. Good. Okay. They don't matter. $19.31. Really wish I had a way of having that on screen. There might be a way. Because, like, what I could do is just add text and just update the text. But I feel like I can make something a little more robust. How's my computer's resources? Okay. Well, I could, for the next stream, try to also have a mobile emulator running with the Nintendo app. So I can just have that section just at the bottom or something. So I think that'd be kind of neat. Favorite ranked mode? That's kind of tough. Because I kind of like Splat Zone's tower control and, yeah, hiccup. My brain is... Rainmaker. My brain was forgetting the name of the last one. I kind of like them all just about equally. Hate Clan Blitz, though. Do not like it. Feel like it was a mistake. So if I had to pick one, I would probably say Splat Zones. I'll let the dualies take care of that. What'll happen back here? I feel like I'm having my data collected. Ow. I think what it is, and it's occurring to me what might be my problem. I've been playing way too much World of Warships. And I'm very much in a mindset of I have to carry instead of work with my team. Because that's how Warships works. You don't work with your team, you just carry. There's, you know... You can't afford teamwork. $18.32. Yeah, I'm actually looking at tools that might exist for Splatoon and streaming. Doesn't seem like there really are any. Ow. Yeah, I had less health than him. That was totally a good idea. Like, rush into him. There you go, splat with that. Just got curled. I do love how, literally, that would be my main sticking point if I was to ever... Because, like, I know I was asked by, like, Ryan way back in the day if I would join his competitive team. And there was another person who approached me in DMs on Discord, seeing if I would join their competitive team. That'd be my main hold-up with any competitive team, is that I'd have to play Clan Blitz, and I hate Clan Blitz. think seeing how rusty I've got, I don't think Ryan would offer that position anymore. And that is fair. Odds. 1733. Why do you people watch this? I'm so bad. I mean, I'm closing in on a 20% win rate. Though I do honestly, like, I wish more games had an active, like, last 50 battles win-loss. Because that's so much more helpful than, like, a just over your entire time playing win-loss. Because after a while, like, using World of Warships as an example, after a while, you will eventually get to a point where your win ratio will stabilize. And that usually tends to be around 50% for the average player. But then if that average player gets better, it's such an uphill climb for them to climb out of the 50%. Because they've played like 10,000 battles. Darn it. He knew I was still there. I will not be content until I can get my 50% win rate back. It'll happen. I ain't giving up on this. It's like, I'm not performing bad. Just I'm losing a lot, which tells me I'm not working well with my team. Because it's easy to blame your teams for you losing, but I'm the only consistent in these battles for my team. I am on my team. So while I could sit here and be like, I'm just getting bad luck with teammates. Nah, I'm just not being a good teammate. I'm the one that's consistently losing. Like, that is a good mentality to have while playing these games, because that will help you get better. $18.32. 1832's good year for Splatoon. Never mind, 1733. This is a better year for Splatoon. So I guess I'd lost one I didn't realize I'd lost, or it just didn't update. Oh yeah, because I'd lost 2 there. God, that's depressing. All the defeats. Thank you for following, Splatoon Pop. Enjoy your hoitsu. I still need to get just general emotes on the Twitch, which means getting Robotic to make me some emotes. But she's doing Art Fight. I think Art Fight's still going on. Ow. Another big tip I can give for doing better and, like, actually improving is to take a loss with a joke. Like, yeah, it happened, you lost. Laugh about it. Like... Because if you start taking it too seriously, you will start getting in your own head. And it'll make you lose more, because now you're just thinking, well, I'm gonna lose from the moment the battle starts. Ow. That slosher's pretty good. Sloshers in general have been giving me a lot of trouble today. I need to figure out why. Like, what is about the sloshing machine that I am just struggling with? Honestly, I think it's aiming at them. But... because aiming is giving me trouble today. $16.34. Minnie's leg? Give it back to her. She needs it. Or I'm still 1733. Just just hadn't updated. Share. I'm gonna share my win rate. I'm gonna print it off and I'm gonna put it on the fridge. Yugi! Ah, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill Kazuki Takahashi's baby. Yeah, they had a disconnect, but I've been on such a losing streak, I don't care. I mean, a lot of my big losing streak was from yesterday, though I have lost a lot today as well. Just friggin' Ryan coming in here, just wrecking house. As he should. Boy plays competitively. He better be better than me. Also, the friggin' matchmaking was like, yes, so we're not gonna put you two on the same team. Which, I mean, was probably for the best. Man, I think part of my problem is I just need to actually be paying attention to what I'm doing. Which I'm really bad at doing. It is not updating the last 50 battles bit. So it's just kind of been sitting at 1733. I've updated it too much. I think I'll check in with it like every map rotation. A bucket? Oh man, if they are not using a bucket, I'm going to be disappointed in them. I may have to talk to their mother. Be like, ma'am, your child has named themselves Bucket and is not using a bucket. A moment of truth. Is Bucket wielding a bucket? Yes, they are. Good job, Bucket. Proud of you. Man, sloshing machines kill quickly. And without mercy. I didn't even see them coming. Jeez. Come on, team. I gave you plenty of time to push out. You had plenty of time. Sadness. You took care of all their buckets. Yawning. I should not be tired. But I think it's a yawning because I'm still waking up kind of moment. I mean, orcs are basically just elves, but evil, so yeah. There's a lot of blue dudes there. There was like no yellow dudes. I kind of overextended, but let's face it, that is a very me thing to do. What? He wasn't even aiming at me. What just happened? I don't get it. Pigeon. Explain it to me, Pigeon. Give me your wisdom, Pigeon. Getting in my way. Yeah, the best way to look at the orcs from Lord of the Rings is they're basically corrupted elves. Ow. Hey, a win. Chat when I start stream, extremely active. Chat now, kinda laid back. Can't say I'm surprised. It's hot. No one wants to do anything. Ow. No, there's still plenty of stuff to turf over here. I was gonna super jump, but like... turfing is pretty helpful. Pretty helpful. Help! Help! I've become an old-timey cartoon character. Help! I say that boy just ain't right. Victory! Oh, buckets on the other team. Yeah, the biggest threat to world peace that has ever existed. Ow. Didn't realize there was a bomb behind me. I couldn't see it. Taking care of Bucket. Should have placed that link mine. That's what my brain was telling me to do. I should have really listened to my brain. But since when do I do that? Like, come on now. Last time I did that, I accepted a job at the superstore. Like, come on. Me, someone who could tell enough stories about working at the Superstore to make nobody ever want to work, just period. And, like, there's definitely some places where you can work where it's not as bad as that Superstore. 'Cause, like, one of the biggest problems that Superstore has is that, and it's a Loblaws thing in general, they cannot fire you. Unless you do something like actually breaking their rules. Underperforming is not a fireable offense. I could have gone in every night, made around 80 salads, had a relaxing night, got paid my normal pay because they can't dock my pay for it, and just carried on like that. I could have. But that's not in me to do that. Even on my most, like, I am done with this place, I was still going above what I should have been doing. Like, what is expected of me. My last night there, I didn't. But it was literally my last night there. What are you gonna do? Fire me? I'm leaving. I'm already done. Like, come on now. But, like, somewhere like a McDonald's, you really can't underperform and keep your job. Because it is a actual high, like, fast-paced environment. If you can't keep up, they let you go. They can and will fire you. Like, which is nice. Because as mentioned, that is like the biggest problem at that Superstore, is there are too many people that just don't work. They do the absolute bare minimum, and that is it. And a lot of the old-time workers are the ones that are doing that, and the workers that have been there forever who weren't doing that have started doing it because they're getting sick of covering for everyone else. A lot of the new guys that go in and, you know, start working there, very quickly hit the point of, why should I keep working here, when they see everybody, like, not working. They're like, well, I'm being expected to do all this extra work because it still needs to be done. And none of them are doing it, so, like, why should I stay? And then they don't. And that leads to, like, every month the Superstore being like, we need workers! It's like, yeah, no shit. Fire the ones you've got, hire an entirely new crew, and you might not have that problem in a month. Like, I mean, obviously keep the people that are actually working and are good at their jobs, but get rid of everyone else. Just get rid of them. Can't fire them? Fine. Shuffle them all off to 4-hour work weeks until they leave on their own. Like, and, like, a lot of the people there right now are just too stressed to work properly because they're being expected to do more than they really should be being expected to do because other people aren't doing their jobs. Like, the salad bar that I worked in, on average, sold around 300 things a day. Around 300. Sometimes it'd be a little higher, sometimes it'd be a little lower, but the average was around 300. If I didn't make 150-ish things a night, I was the one dragging our compliance down, and I was the reason we weren't getting things done. Because I didn't do half that day's work by myself when there was 3 to 4 other people in every day. Like, it's that kind of crap that drives people away. Ignore the fact I only met my manager twice. Like, directly met him and talked to him. Because he's apparently allergic to 6 o'clock. Like, dude's older than me, living with his parents, and he needs mommy to drive him to work, even though he works 40 hours a week. He can't buy a car or even just taxi to work. He needs mommy to take him. His father also needs mommy to take him to work. And in that case, it's wifey to take him to work. Which is where, honestly, I feel it's a mistake letting the operators decide their own hours. He should have to be there at 6 if he's starting on the days, so that he can talk with his night crew, if he had one. I don't think he does right now, because I was his night crew. And imagine that, no one really wants to work there. Like, that is something the Superstore is just gonna have to deal with, is they've had so many people work there that like they have to now fight the perception of working there. Because I think just about everybody in this town knows somebody who's worked at the Superstore. And yes, I hate that I even had to spend time in that building, dealing with all of it. I also pick at the operator for needing mommy to drive him to work. Because, like, once again, like, he's older than I am, living at home. He refuses to get his license. He's basically an affluenza kid, only without having a bunch of money. Like, only technically he does have a bunch of money, because he's on 40 hours a week manager pay. His hours can never be cut. And he's one of the problems of the salad bar. He doesn't work that fast. He does not work fast enough to warrant giving him 40 hours. Which I know might sound mean, but like, I could see him easily being a 20-some hour a week worker. Like, he works fast enough for that. But when he spends apparently half of his day doing paperwork that all of the other operators have done in like 10 minutes, takes him half of his shift. Like, dude's not there to work. Hey, map rotation. What is my win to loss at right now? 18 to 32. Of my recent 10, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defeats and 5 victories. I don't think we have a 7-Eleven around here. Honestly, if I go back working anywhere, it's gonna be somewhere close to this house. Because that's another thing that added to the annoyance of working at the Superstore. And it's a 2.5 kilometer walk that I would have to do both ways. And then deal with the BS of being there. Like, I liked that job initially. Like, I did a few streams when I had first got that job around that time, because I was only working 3 shifts a week. I had plenty of time to do streams and stuff. And I distinctly remember making mention, I loved that job. And I did. And then the operator that was there when I started stepped down. Because the job was too stressful. Can't blame her. Most of the people in that department, you tell them to do something, well, like, you tell them, like, let's use an example here. Mini garden salads, they use iceberg lettuce. All the other salads use romaine. You tell any of them they can use romaine if there is no iceberg, and they hear you can use romaine. And that is it. Like, it just ends there. They just use the romaine because, hey, it's right here. I'm gonna just use it, get it out. Rather than using the correct lettuce, and it does matter. Like, ah. Yeah, I'll keep it the undercover. Yeah, what is ranked right now? Tower control. Bleh. Bleh. This is double bleh. Like, I would do it, but I'd rather start back into ranked with, like, splat zones. Like, I'm gonna... Yeah, we have 2 needs and a Circle K. We don't have a 7-Eleven. Needs is owned by the same company that owns Sobeys. I'm not sure about Circle K. Which at that point, like, we live pretty close to a Sobeys. I would just work at the Sobeys. Honestly, the Sobeys nearby, last I looked, has a job I wouldn't mind doing. I just don't feel like working again right now. This is my job right now. Can't even say I'm not making money from it, because I've made a whole, like, 7 cents off of ads. So, raking in the money. Got that big money coming in, Twitch ads. Don't think Sobeys is owned by Loblaws. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they're a competitor. I say that based on just the fact that the Sobeys nearby is not, like, stupid protective of its shopping carts, meanwhile the Superstore is. Our Superstore legitimately has, like, automatic brakes on their shopping carts that activate if you take the shopping cart out of the parking lot. And it's only on 1 wheel. People just hike up the shopping cart onto, 3 wheels. I'm actually curious now. It's Empire Company that owns Sobeys, not Loblaws. I was pretty sure it wasn't Loblaws. Because, like, if it was, then they wouldn't have run so many counter promotions. Loblaws owns a lot, including a brand that makes absolutely no sense because they're a Canadian company, yet they own President's Choice. Shouldn't it be Prime Minister's Choice? I don't get it. You want to know the funniest thing that Loblaws owns? They own the company Your Independent Grocer. Yeah, it's so independent by the way it's owned by Loblaws. Soda. Four out of 10. Too breathy in that burp. Too much breath. Shot me in the butt. Rude. Ow. Yeah, I could probably rant for literally hours on the Superstore. How about a guy I dubbed Captain Bathroom, who was, for the longest time, getting 40 hours a week, and of those 40 work hours he would be given, he would spend roughly half of them in the bathroom, on the complete opposite side of the store, or out in his car smoking weed. When I left, he had finally been cut down to a whole 35 hours a week. Because he's on the grocery crew. They need hours. You know, things like the salad bar or home meal replacement. Those places don't need hours. Or the bakery. They don't need hours. It's not like they physically make their products or anything. They're not literally just shoving it on a shelf. Making it look kind of pretty. Come on, team. You're all, except for the Flingza, so much better at pushing a sniper than I am. Why am I the only one trying to push them? he even trying? I don't think he even is. Man, it's hot. Jesus Christ. I think that Miles guy just kind of gave up at the end. I could be wrong, though. I think... I'm gonna end off here. I need to turn my AC up. I'm literally sweating here. It's that hot. It's been about 3 hours, though. Decent length stream. Would be longer if it wasn't so freaking hot. So, I do thank everyone who came out to watch. I will be back streaming tomorrow with more Splatoon 2. Sunday might not be more Splatoon 2, but it also might be more. I've yet to fully decide if I want to start a series next week. I also might cut down to only streaming 5 days a week, because I've got a better gauge of what days people are actually around to watch on. But I also might continue another 7-day week just to get an even better gauge. So I can choose my 2 days off pretty well. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I shall see you here tomorrow for some more Splatoon 2. See you all then.